Righto, welcome back to the Four-Wheel Drive podcast, powered by Tyrepower, music by the Southern River Band with Let It Ride, bringing us in once again. The Four-Wheel Drive podcast on Instagram, all our episodes over on BackChat YouTube. Patrons, thank you for the support. Looking forward to the lucky dip at the end of the day.
Oh, lucky dip. We're doing that again.
Dip. We're going round
wow,
2.
You're just calling it.
Yes, I am.
It's usually a monthly thing, but no, let's do it.
Oh, well, then take it out of the run sheet,
no,
please.
Joking, mate. No, let's go. No, let's do it.
It's a weekly thing.
I'm keen. We've got this massive box. We need to get rid of it.
We've got like 52 weeks of beer in there.
Plus there's a couple others.
And the fourwheeldrivepodcast.com.au is where you can get to us. Voice messages, the ultimate four-wheel drive. That looks nicely set up now. I'm looking forward to today's one. It's got the...
I've actually got more on last week's ultimate four-wheel drive. Some more picks.
Rerun it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a different one. We've got a different one, but I've just got a little update on it.
Oh, okay. So Ronnie will be happy, even though Ronnie's not here.
Yeah, Ronnie's not here.
Where is he?
Yeah, I actually don't know. He just messaged me and said, I don't want to come in today.
Jeez, nice for some.
Yeah. Not much I can do about it.
I've got 3 ideas on what Ronnie might be doing. 1, editing. Up to his eyeballs in it at the moment.
I can say he's not doing that.
Take that out of it.
Take that out.
2, he's away on a trip.
Yep.
Is that a
It could
possibility?
Be. Yeah.
Do you know?
No.
Oh, you don't actually know?
I actually don't know.
2, it's a bit hot outside and couldn't be bothered getting in the car.
You just did 2 twice.
Well, the first one...
No, that just shows how hot it is, mate.
Out.
Yeah, I did. But then you said 2 and then you said 2 again.
That's
fine, mate. That's fine. Yeah, it is very hot outside, isn't it? And you know what? It's about to get really hot in here.
Yeah, I know. You've switched the aircon off.
Yeah, sorry.
Why is that?
The audio. So, you'll hear it in the background. It'll drive you crazy.
So for the people we're talking to right now...
Yeah.
Just we're sweating out.
Well,
actually, I'm not going to say that because there's probably people listening to us in a roof.
There's kids in the car as well.
Oh, I'm going to say anything bad.
Well,
I just feel bad for the people that are actually sweating at it.
Yeah,
sweating it out. Like we're sitting in a room on a laptop.
Hopefully, there's no tradies in roofs right now, just like with us on blast, because that'd be
We'll try and make it better for
you. Don't want that anyway.
Why don't we crack
Ronnie,
right in?
He's away. He's away. Yeah, he's away. That's as much as I know.
Behind the deck.
Rachel's in.
Yeah.
Shout out Rachel.
She's been
new employee at BackChat Studios.
Yeah, really keen to get on a pod.
Yeah, she really
debut. Yeah, say hi, Rach.
Yeah. Nah.
She said
no
hello.
mic over there, but she said hello. Hope you picked that
up. Real keen four-wheel driver too.
Yeah, massive. She said she was looking at Ineos's earlier, but was a bit stuck between which one to go for.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. Yeah. I can help in that area.
Yeah, you can.
I actually can help now.
You can?
Yeah. We'll save it. We'll save it.
Okay.
Get on the radar, please.
On the radar. Have you heard about, the Yorke Peninsula?
Yes.
Have you heard about anything that's happened up there?
I've heard. I saw something a week or 2 ago.
Okay. Do you know what you saw?
Do you know what I heard about closures, basically. And I haven't deep dived, but obviously you have because there's quite a run here.
I have. So I'll just read this out so I don't get anything wrong here.
Okay,
but
word for word.
4-wheel drives, trail bikes, and this is
Say it.
Hovercrafts.
I'm going to stop you.
Yeah, go.
Who's
bringing a hovercraft?
There's no such thing yet.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's hovercrafts around.
So
is this either a piss take article or I'm way behind the 8 ball and there's hovercrafts?
You're way behind the 8 ball, mate. Hovercrafts are around.
Show me a hovercraft then.
Oh, no, okay. You know what a hovercraft is, right?
Are they the... No, I don't actually. I don't even want to guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Like over...
over water and land.
Over like swampy sort of...
Yeah, like a swamp.
Stuff.
A lot... Big in Florida.
Yeah. That's
that kind of
sorry.
That kind of hovercraft.
Mate, I'm picturing, and if we're hovering, there's not an issue.
Yeah, there's not an issue.
Those over like wetlands.
Well, no, because the hovercrafts, if you go over, bushes and that kind of stuff, you can damage the environment.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Anyway, so 4-wheel drives, trail bikes, and hovercrafts facing a ban from the Yorke Peninsula due to environmental and indigenous concerns.
Yep.
No specific areas have been named yet, at least in the article that I found, and just having a Google. So Tony Fox, who's the GM of Northern and Yorke Landscape Board, who is basically, they're the guys putting this proposal forward.
Yep.
He said there's no truth in reports that we want to remove 4x4s from the beaches.
Yep.
Basically, they don't want to see the fragile coastal dune system like harmed beyond repair. They're trying to keep it environmentally friendly and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
They're trying to keep it sustainable for both the environment and recreational use. 4-wheel drives, hovercrafts, which you know what they are now. Anyway, so the board's been working with local councils and 4x4 clubs to put together like a smart, sensible approach to it. They're not closing all the tracks. They're closing tracks that they don't need or aren't being used as much.
Yep.
And they're leaving the ones that can actually be sustainably managed there.
Gotcha.
So just in the dive, and this has been sent to us a few times, but it's just, I think there's a lot of information out there that isn't correct. A lot of things are just like, four-wheel drives are being banned from the whole Yorke Peninsula.
Yeah.
And that's just...
And that's what you take it as.
Yeah, that's what you take it as, yeah. So I don't think that's the case. At least as far as I know, look, maybe I'm wrong, but as far as I've seen, that's not the case. Four-wheel drives aren't being banned from the entire Yorke Peninsula.
Yep.
It's certain areas are being closed to just try and keep it sustainable and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that? That's a fair enough ask, I would have thought.
I think it's reasonable.
Yeah.
As long as you if they're closing a lot of the kind of popular places to go to in Yorke, obviously Yorke's become quite popular since COVID. You know, people are exploring their backyard. They're doing more forward driving.
It's quite close to Adelaide. It's
close.
Not a whole, it's kind of that first arm.
Yeah.
Off,
and it's a gorgeous place. Like the Yorke Peninsula is unreal. But yeah, as if they're doing it for environmental reasons, I completely understand that. Like people can sometimes go a bit too far when they're forward driving, you know, really damage the places that we want to look after so that more people can enjoy it. And we've discussed this quite a lot, and this year alone, just sustainable practices when it comes to forward driving and that kind of stuff. So look, from what I can see, if they're just closing the tracks that aren't really needed, you don't need to use those tracks, and it's just kind of people doing a lot of bad practices.
Yeah,
I don't hate it. I don't like the idea of closing it completely so that no four-wheel drives can access it. And if you're going there camping and you're going to explore and that kind of stuff, that you're not, you just don't have that chance to explore and do that kind of stuff, because that is the best thing about four-wheel driving, is exploring your backyard and getting to places that normal people can't go.
Yeah,
but
it's an interesting one, because you're gonna potentially, so the tracks you keep open, everyone's heading down that track. Maybe that leads to one or two spots.
Yeah.
Then you're quite populated in those one or two spots without those offshoot tracks.
Yep.
But then with the offshoot tracks, you're not taking a sustained approach to
exactly.
the environment and the sustainability long term of those dune systems. The other thing I worry about with this, and I think this is completely fair.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably like stuff it, who cares? But anyway, I think it's fair. The other thing is you don't want to have one or two tracks or three tracks, main tracks going through the place, and then people just feel like, I don't want to go down to this real busy spot. I'm just going to punch through the bush here and forge my own track.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're creating,
you're creating more damage.
More damage
exactly.
in that way too, which may not happen, and hopefully it doesn't. But there's always a give and take.
There is. I know, and there's probably going to be people that are going to be a bit upset with what we've said, seeing how we can understand how that's happened.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's the way that I've understood that they're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
If they're working with four-wheel drive clubs, local councils can, I don't know, they don't always know exactly what's going on. You take the city of Casey, for example. But if they're working with four-wheel drive clubs, hopefully they can take the right approach to closing tracks and doing all that kind of stuff, because you don't want to see the Yorke Peninsula just be a legal entry zone where you can't take a forward drive, you can't take your hovercraft that you've saved up a lot of money to buy down there, and you can't do this stuff. There's a fine line, isn't there, between closing areas to people that are doing the right thing and doing all that, and then leaving areas open.
Probably the flavour of the last few on the radars, really.
It really has been, hasn't it?
Just try to do the right thing where you can, I suppose.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's a lot of common sense out there in these parts that we actually can. You almost don't need the rule to be there or be told to do it.
Yeah.
You just make that decision
know.
yourself. But anyway, I think it's fair enough if that is Tony Fox's idea of being able to create a more sustainable ecosystem in those dunes, which are, let's be honest, it's probably at risk for a lot of different reasons, not just four-wheel driving. Like there's, I don't know. The world's probably a different. I don't know anything about this stuff.
Here we go.
But there's a lot of stuff around it. Like there's a lot of ideas and ways to improve what we're actually doing just in any part of our lives, really, with how much we're damaging the earth and stuff like that. I don't know about it. I don't want to go there.
Nah, we won't go there.
But four-wheel driving's our little part, maybe we can help with.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully we can.
Jeez, I really didn't want to go there then.
No.
Almost jumped in.
Yeah, you really.
I don't know anything about it, so I can't. But imagine
You're right.
diving
Look,
into that.
I think the main thing is they're not banning all four-wheel driving and all that kind of stuff in the Yorke Peninsula. If they're, I'd be really interested to see what specific tracks they want to close and what specific tracks they want to leave open. Like that would be something that I'd be really interested in seeing, like especially the specific areas, just where they're going to be doing it.
I've actually, you know what? I've flown over here one day. We were leaving Adelaide after a game. Flew over because I knew, because I love my maps. I said that last week.
There's a few people that agree with you, mate.
Yeah,
quite a few people. Yeah, it's a thing.
I wonder if there's a word for it.
Yeah, mapaholic.
Yeah,
map enthusiast.
But anyway, flying over here and like because I've sort of done a little bit of research, I know that that's the Yorke Peninsula when we fly over, and yeah, honestly, like looked incredible. And when we flew over, it would have been like it was winter time, so you could actually see a few campfires.
What's Carterfile?
Carterfile.
Yep.
There's actually a word for it.
Yep. Collector and lover.
I don't really
of
like
maps.
that.
Yeah, well, because
I'm a Carterfile.
Yeah, you're a Carterfile.
No thanks.
What? Too bad. That's what you
I hate maps now.
As a map hater, that's actually a worse word.
No, Carterfile. I don't like it. But anyway, Yorke Peninsula looked good. Campfires on the beach. Like I saw. I obviously didn't. I was in the air.
Yeah,
I couldn't really make it.
You weren't down there.
I could see the fire. And I thought,
well, it's cool because planes are actually still allowed over there, so that's fine.
Jeez,
it's just your hovercraft.
Sarcastic much, mate. Excuse you.
Sorry,
well, I reckon we need to up the energy on the radars.
Yeah, I know it's pretty down, isn't it?
We've gone a little bit like, hey, everyone.
Yeah. Look at what's happening.
We're watching you.
Yeah, but you don't want four-wheel driving to disappear.
True.
If you don't talk about it.
That's a good point.
And people, the people that are pushing these things that are killing four-wheel driving, like if you don't talk about it, it just keeps going.
It's a good point.
Just keeps happening.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Tony from GMA pushed one of those. It's so hot. I'm losing it. The petition to keep some tracks open over New South Wales.
Yep.
It's just you got to talk about it. You got to really make sure that everyone's aware about what's going on because not everyone knows.
Yeah.
And hopefully this Yorke Peninsula thing, what we're thinking is correct because you just don't want to see that closed.
Fair enough.
You want to see it remain open, taken care of, just full drive sustainably. Keep it open.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Tough dog tip of the week this week is over to me.
It is over to you.
Yeah, even though like you probably have more of them than I would.
No.
You know what I was so obviously thank you to Tough Dog on board.
Big shout out Tough Dog.
Yeah.
The
toughest dog.
Actually, yeah.
So
I was
actually
go.
Another I don't know what you were going to say, but something clicked with me just then.
Yep.
Tough dog tip of the week. This is actually a tip about dogs. And I wasn't reminded to think of this because it was Tough Dog. I was just looked at my dogs while I was on the laptop here, and I was like trying to think of it. Well, what could be a good tip? Saw the dogs. I was like, here it is.
Okay.
But tough dog.
This could go anywhere. I don't know what this is.
So, very simply,
winch
line as a dog run. So run your winch out to a tree, parked up. Run your winch out to a tree.
Yeah.
Hook it up. Bring it in a little bit, so it's just it's not slack. It's fairly tight.
Yeah.
Hook your dog's lead up. You got a dog run.
I like that.
I've never tried it. I've heard of it.
Right. Where did you hear this from?
I don't know where I heard it. It was. There's
like that a lot.
There's someone probably listening going, "That was me, you dickhead."
Yeah.
But
you've stolen someone's.
I've stolen someone's
idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
So then I tried to type in photos of it just to show, but everyone can imagine just running your winch out to a tree or whatever you can hook it up to someone else's recovery point, and you got a dog run between the two cars.
Yep.
Just in your dog might hang around at camp anyway, but if they're like mine, a little bit curious.
Yeah, and like to go for a wander.
Yeah.
You could set that up into like a nice safe spot.
Or overnight,
far.
you hook them up to that, and then at least they can move still, but they're they're not
Yeah.
going too far. But then so that's my tough dog tip of the week.
Tough dog
winch
tip of the
line
week. Yep.
as a dog run. Tough
Like
dog
it.
tip of the week.
Tough dog tip of the week.
Thank you. But then I was searching photos, and this is not a tough dog tip of the week, but it could be.
Okay.
Tough dog tip of the week.
Tough dog tip of the week.
Thanks. That's just a new thing.
It's a new
But I saw this car. It was on Unsealed 4x4, and it was.
that's a great channel.
And I don't know if it was them doing it or if they'd found this photo too, but
Yeah.
it was like they'd thrown the winch so they're stuck on a hill,
Yeah.
and they've like hooked the winch up to the dog, free spooled it, and got the dog to run up. Imagine training your dog to run your winch out for you. Obviously, he's probably not going to be able to pick it up, hook it up.
They're not
but,
like hooking it around the tree
Yeah.
and then like clipping it
but
on.
like if you were out there spotting, like just get the dog to do the hard
Yeah.
work, and you just hook it up for us on the tree.
I like
Anyway,
that.
But the actual tip of the week was winch line as a dog run. If you're wondering what to do with the pooch,
Yeah. I like that.
happy with that?
Yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with it at the start,
Yeah,
but using it as a dog run is a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
That was my first.
Mate,
one.
no,
That was
well
my first
done.
one.
It's your first tough dog tip of the week.
So whoever
I
gave that
reckon
to me,
you've done
thank
quite
you.
well.
I don't know who it was, but
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
It was someone. Rachel's sitting over there just like, this is
Sorry.
not four-wheel drive talk at all.
I just
What's a
burped.
winch?
It was my burp too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
Not
had
good.
2 big chicken sandwiches before I got here. Lovely though.
Footy training must be going well. Eating 2.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
I was shocked. Ultimate four-wheel drive. Now
Ultimate four-wheel drive.
this is your baby. This like we've given you. Well, Ronnie's actually given you plenty of advice on what he'd like to hear about,
Yeah.
and you've made it happen on the website for us, so it's nice and user friendly.
Yep.
For-
Shout out to Toby from Mumba Digital
Yeah. Okay.
for helping us out there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I didn't. Who was that?
Toby.
Oh, Toby.
Mumba Digital.
Thanks, Toby.
You would have met Toby. Ultimate four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Do you want to start on the new one, or do you want to have a quick look at the old one?
Let's recap on.
Recap.
Let's recap on that three-door
Yes.
Defender.
Yes.
please.
All right. I'll get up the photos now, so you can have a look. And I've also, because I've been messaging with Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Noah is, and here, I'll read this out from Noah. So he said, "I'm Noah, 17 years old."
Hey.
Yep.
Oh, so the learner's is current.
No, that's his car.
Oh,
He's learning in that car.
no
Anyway,
way.
my dad built the car about 12 years ago.
Yep.
So Noah would have been 5.
Yep. Good math.
Then got to learn to drive in it.
Oh, sorry.
And I've now taken it off his hands. It used to be white, but I painted it army brown. It has all the original driveline and engine in it. The chassis hasn't been touched.
The chassis hasn't been touched.
No, chassis hasn't been touched. So it's I think it's a 3-door conversion. What is it?
Yeah. So the canopy, the back's much shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's a similar length to the 79.
Yeah, well, it's 5.5 meters long.
Yeah.
So it's
So
a bit longer than the 79. So I think I was a bit wrong on whatever it was. I thought he'd used, I think it was a 147. I can't remember what I said. So chassis hasn't been touched. It was originally a 130 dual cab Defender.
Right.
All doors are the same width. The 147 Defenders are longer, which we didn't see too many of in Australia. It's got dual shocks in the front. It's got 4 seats, but can take 9, 3 in each row.
That's cool.
I won't read the next bit, but it now has a Bush Company rooftop tent on it. I couldn't have done that on before as he had a boat on the roof. But now he tows the boat, and 4-Wheel Drive Industries is his dad's business, and he's a mechanic, and they do custom builds and gearbox rebuilds. So anything Land Rover and Mahindra.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So they do
That's cool.
they do all that, which is
So
mad.
Noah's 17.
Noah's
That's his
17 and that's his rig.
rig. Unbelievable.
So I'll bring
Well
up
done, Noah.
some photos. Oh, far out. How am I doing this?
What was the bit you couldn't read?
No, it's not that I couldn't read it.
That is it. Oh, still.
It's
every
such
time
a
I see
beautiful
that,
car.
it
It
just-
really is.
Don't you reckon, Rach?
Rach can't see it.
Oh, bugger.
But look at that.
that is an absolute tiger of a car.
Oh,
I've
it
ever seen
really.
it.
Look at that.
That's a tough dog car.
That's
one.
a
Sorry.
tough dog ultimate 4-wheel drive.
That was
And
honestly the
there's
coolest thing.
some interior photos. here.
Ronnie's going to be flat.
I know
He's
Ronnie's
so
going to be
keen on
flat.
seeing
He'll
these.
watch this episode back.
He
Give
will.
him a code word actually.
Code word is code word. Yeah, code word.
Word's Army
This
Brown.
This is fun.
Army Brown.
Army Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
the colour.
Army Brown.
I like it.
There
So you
go,
can see
Ronnie.
he's got all these
Testing.
seats. Yeah. Ronnie won't be happy. But look at that. That is just
So that's in the
the
third
fridge
row.
slide in the back.
Imagine having a third row to do that
Battery.
sort of stuff with.
I know, and you can still put everyone in the middle row.
Yeah.
The middle row. Bloody hell.
That is well done, Noah.
Yeah. Black duck seat covers.
It's
Quite nice.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, anyway. Whatever.
Oh, this is the canopy now.
Yeah.
Tidy.
Yeah, very clean. And then this is the other side of the canopy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
well
quite
done.
good. And then this is
Feel
a
like it
before photo.
Ah.
So that's what it looked like before.
Still looks like a beast, to be honest.
Still does. White.
Stormtrooper.
Oh,
New
that's
South
cool.
Wales, obviously. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and they're quite strict over in New South Wales, aren't they? With all these modifications and stuff. So this must be completely legal.
Yeah, fully engineered. And that,
Yeah.
But it's just like, you look at that car and you're like, something's different, but that looks like just an awesome car.
Oh, this is the most different car
Like it would turn heads for
I've
all
seen.
the right
Yeah,
reasons.
you see it coming, you're like, oh, that'd be a nice Defender, like little dual cab Defender. Wait a minute, that thing's got 3 doors on it.
Special, that one.
Well,
I really
6
like
doors.
that.
Yeah,
Army Brown, Ronnie,
Army Brown.
coming at you next week.
Yeah,
Test ya.
let us know. Do you reckon he'll
Jeez,
listen?
I tell you what, Tommy Burnett,
I know.
tough act to follow,
Tough act to follow.
especially when we're heading down a similar avenue.
We are heading down a similar avenue. It's different. It's a tough act to follow, but I reckon Tom Burnett's got it. Do you want to read this out while I get the photos up?
Can do, righto. So Tom Burnett, who is a great friend of the show,
Yeah,
mind
he is.
you. Make and model, Land Rover Discovery 2 TD5 2000. Now, forgive me because I don't really understand the Land Rover Disco talk, but Land Rover Discovery 2 TD5 2000. I'm sure 2000 model, potentially.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, maybe. But, oh my God. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool. All right. Budget, still not enough, but so far spent, I'm going to say that's 20, my eyes are failing me, £20,000,
Yeah, £20,000.
which is
With a little
probably,
comment there.
what's that for us, you reckon?
Let's do a quick conversion.
Yeah, quick conversion for us. Purpose is touring. I just blew a bubble. All right. This is a bit shaky start. Sorry,
About
Tommy.
40 grand. 48.
40, so 40 AUD.
Yep.
3 things he loves about this vehicle: iconic body shape, big tick.
Yep.
He's got E-lockers, triple locked aftermarket, and super capable wheelbase length. And not a lot of on that approach angle and departure angle. There's not a lot of overhang at all
No, there's not.
past those wheels. 3 things he doesn't like: the Land Rover electronics, TD5 3 Amigos for an example. Land Rover owners might get that one. I don't get that.
Yeah.
3 Amigos for an example. That'd be good to clarify what that is. Classic oil leaks and Watts linkage. I feel like Tom really knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He has gone into depth on anything else we should know.
But how good is this car look?
Yeah, so let's just talk about the car quickly because Jaden's got a photo up for us. You can have a look at this on YouTube.
Yep. And if you can't see, do you want to give him a quick rundown on what you're looking at?
So it's I'm going to say, is it a black or sort of like a...
I think it's a brown.
Oh, come on, is it really?
Is it? Maybe no.
Grey? Like a gunmetal
It's like a
grey?
Land Rover charcoal type.
Charcoal-y thing? Yeah, anyway. In between somewhere there, real mean looking truck, but kept things like simple, got a low profile front bar, left the front end, rooftop 10 on top, awning, spotties up high. Kept the car like, well, he's got a winch at the front too. Like it looks simple, but it's got this tough,
it's
tough
tidy.
stance on it.
I
Set
like
up
the
for
drawer
touring,
setup in
obviously.
the
Yeah,
back
drawer
that
setup's
they've got.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's cool. Pull out drawer slide, fridge slide.
Yeah, everything's coming out of the back there.
Segment on the right. He's got a table on the door. That's a big table.
Drop down table. It's just like a real tidy looking, but
Yeah.
capable. Like the photos that he's taken, he obviously uses it the right way.
Good. It looks like good country out there.
And Tom's got a winch and a dog, so he
Yeah.
can take us up on the tough dog.
He can
tip
use
of the
your
week.
tough dog tip of the week.
So anything else we should know? So keep explaining the car if you think there's there
keep
it is
going.
all set up. So he's got the awning attachment too to set up a little room there, a little annex.
Yeah.
So he says, hey guys, thanks for having me back with my Land Rover Discovery 2 TD5. It's got a full galvanised... Oh, here we go. I probably should have just read this. It's got a full galvanised chassis. I've just finished the rebuild. She has 185,000 miles. It was recently rebuilt with metal head studs. Under the bonnet, it's got a 24-volt starter battery for winching, a new gearbox and Allo F HD clutch, a TD5 inside remap, a Garrett carbon fibre hybrid turbo, a stainless snorkel and custom stainless airbox and AirTech oversized intercooler, Gwyn Lewis extreme wide-angle props front and rear, a Terra Firma 2-inch heavy-duty lift kit, 2-inch spring blocks in the rear to handle the extra weight, and I've added the centre diff lock because Land Rover thought traction control was all early D2 owners needed. Turning it into an all-wheel drive only Land Rover, I had got a later model transfer case and bolted it in. I've also added e-lockers to make her triple locked. Tom's almost talking a different language right there.
That is insane, the amount of stuff he's done to that.
For as clean as he's kept this thing on the outside
I know.
Effective yet a simple setup, there is nothing simple about what's going on. This is just a discovery. Inside.
Like there's nothing. This isn't like Noah's car where it's an absolute.
No,
This is a discovery, and his TD5.
It's the same shape. Great as engine. It came out the floor, a bit different to Noah. But look at the interior on that thing.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Clean, got everything he needs.
Yeah.
Even I wonder if that's standard on the discos, the little pockets on the ceiling.
Yeah, anyway. That's a good show. I actually don't know that. I doubt it.
Here we go. Well, we've got more to.
Yeah, no, keep going because he might tell us later.
Inside, it's got custom blacked out headlining and plastics, electric leather heated seats, a homemade boot built with a fridge slide drawer on one side and storage compartment on the other.
Like it.
Planning on upgrading this during 2025, and I'm open to suggestions on layout, guys.
Jeez.
I don't think you need any from us, mate.
How are you upgrading it, mate?
Look at this thing. A Victron 2000 pure sine inverter, MPPT controller and split charge. It also has a 100 amp lithium battery, OEM boot storage tubs for straps and recovery gear, a Dometic 55 litre fridge and fridge freezer, and rear seats removed for the dog bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see the dog bed and the bottom of that one.
Oh, so they're the front seats.
Yeah.
I thought they were the back seats. And the front seats, there's plenty of space in there.
Plenty of space in there.
That's confused me.
Yeah.
Outside, it's got a full-length Expedition roof rack, a roof tent, a Darshi or Dash?
Dash.
MK3 freestanding 270 awning, built-in lights, ICE 4x4 custom beadlock wheels, wide arches, one-of-a-kind ICE 4x4 custom front bumper. I was going to say, that looks cool.
Yeah, it does look very good, doesn't it?
That's a one-of-a-kind thing.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
That is. I reckon there might be a few other people inquiring.
Well, you don't need the hoops and stuff. There's no kangaroos over there.
A Hyena Overland rear bumper with a swing-away feature, a Rhino big winch.
13,500 pound winch.
Yep, one-of-a-kind custom headlights. This car is just... My aim one day is to ship over to Oz and do some touring there in my own vehicle instead of borrowing one from my friends or family. If this thing... Hope to see you out there one day. Cheers, Tom. If this thing comes out to Australia... Tom's coming on the show.
Tom, yeah.
Because I'd be out of a job because he knows way more than I do, because that was... I need to Google about 25 things that he's just listed in there. But this is a neat truck.
That really is, isn't it?
Noah's really cool because it's very different.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, but this is also unique.
This is unique because it's like... It doesn't look completely... Like... It doesn't blow your mind by the look of it, although I do love the look of it, but like Noah's that stands out because it's got 3 doors, one side and all this, but this thing is just clean, and the amount of work he's put into it.
This would turn my head. If I saw this driving down the road, this would turn my head.
That would make
my neck would be snapped.
That would make me want a Land Rover.
Oh,
seeing that would make me want a Land Rover.
Yeah, and
because it just seems so
which is dangerous for you,
practical as well.
Yeah,
like it's just it honestly looks like it wouldn't be horrible just getting around in.
No,
but it's a mean machine.
It looks comfortable. 2 seats.
Is
dog bed in the back.
Is Tom in England, in the UK? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's done it in pounds, so...
Yeah, true. Yep. That's, yeah, mate, that's something else. I like that. The last two Ultimate 4-wheel drives have been...
Yeah, they've been really good.
2 of the better cars we've seen on the show.
I think I'm yet to see a Ultimate 4-wheel drive that is just, that's not it.
Oh, yeah,
they've all been high quality. Well, a lot of them have been unique as well.
Yeah.
You had the Mahindra.
Yeah, true.
Not much of that. I think we had a tank.
Yeah, we did have a nice tank.
Yep. Defender 2.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good.
Noah's.
Ronnie would like this one.
Yeah,
I
Ronnie would
reckon.
like this one.
Because he's all about the simple. Like
Yeah.
Ronnie's gone simplicity now too, especially with the wagon set up in the 76.
I don't know what you would change on this. To be honest, I like the rear setup. The size of this table would be massive because that is a door. That is one single door that just swings open. So it's a big table. You'd have a lot of space there.
I wonder if
pull out fridge might be a bit annoying. Like if you're trying to.
Yeah.
If you're trying to cut stuff on the table at the same time that you want to kind of pull out and
but it looks like it would sit lower.
You reckon it drops down?
Yeah, like you'd have to access from the side, but it looks like the table would sit lower.
I know, but if you're trying to
you can't. You're blocked.
You can't get in there at the same time.
One's got to be up to get in. Yeah,
that could be wrong.
But I don't really have much advice for Tom. Although
it's hard
unless he's liked watching Ronnie's video of the back of his 76, when everything's pretty much modular.
Yeah, and you can take it out.
There's no drawer. It's just box setup. But
if you don't need to do that, if you're happy having everything set in there ready to go, then keep that. I don't know what you would change.
Don't feel like Tom,
to be honest. It'll depend on what you're going to be doing with it next. Maybe you want more storage.
Oh man, that's not a burp. Sorry, that's just like my throat playing funny buggers. If anyone can hear that,
you're playing funny buggers, mate.
Apologies.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
I reckon. I honestly think just keep it the same. But
yeah, well, I assume they're putting. If you go on a trip, you're putting your bags and stuff in the back with the dog.
Yeah.
And then you're filling the fridge. Maybe you've got a drawer underneath the fridge as well.
Yeah, there is.
A pull-out drawer, yeah. And then on the right, you're just putting supplies, general stuff that you want to have access to. And then bags go in the middle with the dog.
I don't know, mate. You're the wagon owner.
Yeah, true. You're not.
Nah, but I just like that.
Nah, that's cool. It's a great rig. Thank you for sending that in,
Tom.
Really appreciate that.
Took our time on that one too.
Yeah, that is good. That's a good one.
Probably deserved it.
I just really like the look of it.
Yeah, 100%.
I like the spotties on top. Yeah, and look at this one. He's got the rooftop off it.
Taking the tent off.
Yeah. That's cool. If you can just take the rooftop off and you have a normal setup, roof rack with the lights on, or if that's an old photo before you had the rooftop.
Look at you just dissecting on your own mind.
Yeah, I know.
You're not even talking to anyone, are you?
No, I know. Yeah, sorry.
You right?
Feel free to chime in.
Well,
it can be you talking
just
with me.
Watching your brain tick over about this wagon.
Oh, I like the idea of having the ability to take the rooftop tent off.
How we know?
Yeah. All right, now everyone knows.
Good,
all right, thanks for making me feel terrible about my thought process. All right.
Sorry,
this is why I don't like coming on here, mate.
Bad?
No, well now I feel bad.
I was just like,
and I'm blushing. Gone red.
Watching a wagon owner just
dissect
another wagon.
Yeah.
Your rooftop tent's off too at the moment.
It is. I took that off.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying I like the ability to take it off. It's quite heavy, and until I get the underbody fixed, which it's still not fixed because I haven't bit the bullet and sent it yet.
Yep.
It's just too heavy to drive around. I'm not going camping with it anytime soon because the underbody's not fixed. Yep. And then, so it's just easier for me to take it off.
Around without.
Well, it's not easy to take it off. It's 120 kilos.
Is it really?
Well, the rooftop is 85 and then the awning is 25. And then there's lights and shit on it as well.
And the rack's gone completely?
Yeah, there's no rack.
At all, yeah.
No, there's no rack. So it's Tracklander mounts with custom load bars that go across.
Gotcha.
So I've got 3 custom load bars that go across, front, middle-ish, and back. Yep. And then I can just undo the Tracklander mounts and take it off. So it's, it's set up the same way as a Tracklander roof rack would be with the brackets. So it's super easy to take off.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Going to share the news quickly. So we let the patrons know last week.
Yep.
And I said that I was closer to do a decision on the car, and I'd been getting plenty of advice, right?
Yep.
Well, I've made a decision, and I've purchased a car, and finally, it feels good to admit this. Now, little backstory, just quickly. A lot of people might know what I've bought now. Maybe heard the rumor mill, but
I think.
We had a big conversation here on one recording day 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we spoke here at length with Ronnie. And even spoke off air too. Like, it was just...
Yeah, I think we
right,
went for a coffee and like we really
right in the thick of it.
talked hard about it.
Anyway, I made a decision off that Arvo, and I had a bit of an epiphany, and I was probably leaning one way, and then I went and saw this other car, and I just went, that's it. I know it now.
That's
I
the
know
one.
it now. That's the one. And so I bought a 79. And you know this, so you can act a little bit surprised.
Shocking.
Whoa.
Wow. I can't believe you went with a 79.
Well, for all the people
I would have, if I was betting, I would have put money on the Ineos.
Yes.
That's what I would have said.
I would have too.
Would have said that.
I would have too.
The 79's not coming in at long odds.
No.
But
no, it was an outside chance to the Ineos. But yeah, I loved the Ineos too, but I just, for a multitude of different reasons, thought that for me the best option was going to be the 79, and I went and pretty much I was sort of ready to purchase at the time, whatever way I went, whether it was the Ineos, a Land Cruiser, a Ranger, like it was go time.
Yeah,
and took the advice, and then so the funny part is we had our chat on here, and then a lot of people came in and said, mate, go the Ineos, go the Ineos. And
everyone said go the Ineos,
and literally like all these comments. So between recording and the episode being released, I'd bought the car.
Which was like 3 days.
Yeah, not long.
No.
And so then all this advice came in about the Ineos, and I was like, oh, sorry, boys, I've gone the other way.
Can I say, not a single person said to buy the 79.
I know.
Like, not a single one. No YouTube comments, no Instagram messages, no like Patreon. They were all saying,
oh, don't worry. There was a couple
Ineos.
of sort of, not sleepless nights, but I was like, hang on, why was everyone telling me?
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I'd calculated it all in my brain, but I went with that, and I'm very, very happy with my choice.
Great.
My question now, so no one has to listen to me talk about buying a car again.
No, now
so
we have
the
to
quality
listen to what
of the
you're
show
gonna do
is
with it.
just going to go like this because we carry on so much about what I'm going to get.
Yeah, maybe after this episode when Ronnie's back.
Yeah, well, I kind of need Ronnie to be here right now. Like,
yes, you do.
I kind of need my 79
you
people
do.
here. And you're 76, you're not far off.
Not far off.
But,
Chop the back and it's there.
But yeah, I'm a 79 owner. Obviously, it's a bog stock vehicle. I've bought it pretty much brand new.
Yeah.
And my question, like the main topic today, I just wrote in is like, what the hell do I do now?
Well, do you want to run us through what have you got? What's your car got on it? What colour are we talking?
Hey,
what have you done? Like, have you got a steel tray?
It doesn't have?
Yeah. Okay. You can talk about. We'll be here longer.
Mate, I am just shocked. I'm not shocked. I knew.
Did you buy it with a bull bar?
Nah. It's bog stock.
Completely
stock.
stock.
Steel tray was about the best of the.
Okay.
Would you want to call it like accessories? It's not really. It's just instead of an aluminium tray, it's a steel tray, which is a little bit more robust, but and it's color coded to the car, so it's a sandy taupe, which is pretty sick. I actually feel.
Sick. It's you got to color code it.
I'm happy.
You got to color code it.
So anyway, I bought that as is, but I love it so much, and I love just looking at it in the driveway, and it's like, how cool is this? Like, I think everyone would probably agree. The Ineos stole my heart for a little bit there, but I've carried on about the Land Cruiser and scratching that itch that I've had on the V8 Land Cruiser. It's the V8, by the way. It's the last of the V8.
Yeah, that would be my next question. So the last of the V8s.
Yeah, so it's the facelift 2024, like brand new. Loving it. So cool. Love looking at it. Can't wait to get into a few bits and bobs. But because of the expense of the vehicle and the expense of doing it up, like, hello, boys.
We're back.
Yeah, I'm like, what do I do now? Like it's hard to hear in that thing. Like everyone says it, and I was like, it can't be that hard. But you literally have the speakers up full bore just to get a wink out of the radio.
You need to upgrade
no reverse camera.
Yeah, no.
And I'll like get back in. I've still got the Ranger, and I get back in that, and I just sit back, and
you're comfortable.
The kid's comfortable. Yeah.
So what are you not loving the 79?
I'm loving it.
You are loving it.
Absolutely loving it. And I think I kind of like that part about
Workmate
it.
GXL?
GXL.
Yeah, you would have gone with GXL.
No, I do. I got the GXL.
Yeah, no, Siri she just didn't believe you.
No,
so, yeah, okay.
I'm pumped, but I don't want to get into too much detail here because it's probably going to take up.
Yeah.
And now the other thing, it'll take up a bit of our show. Don't worry about that. But the other thing that we told our patrons obviously, and there's some disappointing sort of comments.
Yeah.
And I wasn't disappointed in them. They were disappointed in me.
Yes. No, there were some disappointed comments, not disappointing comments.
About the podcast just being a Toyota show.
Yeah.
We've probably been a little bit like that in the past. And we now
and it's going to still be like that. Unlucky.
It might be, unfortunately. But we need to keep our variety.
Yes, we do, and we will. And honestly, I really thought you were leaning towards the Ineos there.
I was.
You had the 79 at the start. When we first started this, you were like, 79, mate. That's the car. I want it. That's my dream car.
Well, just a 70.
Every time. You just wanted a 79. Or a Troopy. Went to a Troopy.
Troopy was there for a while.
Went back to a 79.
Back in the day.
Ronnie got the Ineos, and then you loved the Ineos.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, you just went to a 79, which is just...
It was pretty rogue.
Yeah, it was very rogue.
Yeah.
It's not like it wasn't a choice.
Yeah.
So what was the epiphany?
I just like... I've always loved them, right? So it's always been like a car that even when I was buying my Ranger first up, I was looking into 70 series.
Yep.
And I just... the love that hadn't died sort of thing. I knew like what I was going to get into if I got one. Quite basic. I'm used to the Ranger, which with the 2017 model, all everything was pretty good inside, and it drove well, and it did everything I needed it to do. And then
done well for you.
Yeah, done. Been a great car. And then I just thought like that itch that needed to be scratched on that V8. It was the last of them. I went and sat in one with Lauren and just made sure that like just have a look around this thing. It's pretty basic.
Yep. Make sure you're happy with it.
I'll spend a little bit of probably money on just doing up a few things on the inside to make it a little bit more comfortable. But but that's I'll drive it first. I've got to drive it first and figure out what it is I want and need. But yeah, it was just like, mate, this car. One, it's so trustworthy. That Toyota badge on it, that engine.
Yep.
You can talk to anyone. It's going to last.
Yep.
The resale value was a big one. Not that I plan to sell it anytime soon.
Yeah,
or
resale value is good. You got to think about that.
Resale value is quite good, I thought. And what was my first one? Did I talk about? I've spoken a couple of times about scratching the itch. I was just like, I've always wanted this car.
Reliability.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the V8
Toyota,
was the first one.
And the third one was like, I've always wanted this car. So it's like, I'm in a position I can. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, good position to be.
Oh, fortunate.
Good position to be.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to do it. And it just came to me and I was like, Lauren, you happy with it? She's like, yep. I was like, I'm doing it then.
Yep.
Called up the next day and said, I'll put some money down, please.
That's great.
I'll have that one.
I'll take your finest Sandy 79, please.
Yeah, and there was two there, actually. So anyway, I'm a Toyota Land Cruiser owner now, 79. I'm just walking a little taller for you.
Yeah, no, you look better.
Did you sense that when I walked in?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did notice that. That's why
I drove the Ranger, though, so...
Yeah, so that's why you're probably a little bit shorter, but you were
taller than the Ranger. Trust me. Anyway, yeah, 79. So I'm going to get into, like, what do I do now? What do I do next? What are the things to look for?
Well, you need to drive it first.
Yes, yeah.
Drive it around.
Got to get in it, enjoy it, figure it out, and then...
Take it off-road? Are you going to wrap it?
Nah, probably... Honestly, the one thing I look at when I'm staring at it, I'm like, that's such a nice colour.
Right.
Do I protect it?
Yeah.
I don't... wrapping is expensive.
It is expensive. Ronnie swears by wrapping.
Ronnie swears by it.
As a man who can.
And I have heard for such, like, it's a big investment, this car.
Yes.
Protect the paintwork is a big one.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what other options there are out there for paint protection.
Yeah, well, yeah.
As well, because I without going to a full wrap, maybe there's some other ways to insure myself in that category.
You got the body armor.
Yeah.
What do you call that? That's
or like just the
you know the
thing you do yourself.
No, the suction cap or like the
rhino hide.
Magnet rhino hide. You can do that.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
No offense to rhino hide. It's just not my.
It's not for you.
It's not for me.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah, I want to keep the
the
look and colour and the
you like
feel
that.
of the car. But anyway, I'll have a look.
Wrapping's
I don't want to bore anyone. I don't want to bore people on this because I'm going to take.
Yeah, talk about it.
I'm going to use my position here on the 4 Wheel Drive podcast to really pick the brains of some, you two.
Oh well, not me, but Ronnie. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, that's great.
Anyway,
I enjoy that. Yeah.
It's cool.
That's great. I'm glad to see you finally chosen a car.
Me too. I bet you everyone else listening.
I'm stoked for you.
Because it's been a long journey.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with me, guys.
80 episodes, guys, and he's finally done it.
Do you reckon
Took
I've
you
spoken
80
about
episodes.
it every single episode?
Or maybe not every single one, but you've definitely been thinking about it since episode 1.
Yeah. It's
79. 79 episodes we did.
Yeah, 70 on the...
And you bought a 79 on the 79th episode.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's...
Did not mean that. I kind of wish I had revealed this to everyone last week now because it would have been good. But there's no grand reveal to this. I just want to sort of slide under the radar a little bit and get to it.
Yeah. Righto, mate.
All right.
Righto.
There'll be more on this. Let's go to around the fire pit.
Yes, around the fire pit.
Yeah.
Let me get this. Quite a few voice messages coming in.
Yep.
We won't play them all, mainly just because...
They're all for Ronnie.
Yeah, they're all for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yep.
We get
they are all for Ronnie.
Got the B team on here.
Yeah, you know. We do our best, don't we, mate?
Certainly. Yeah. Don't know any other way.
No.
Liam, Duggo and Ronnie, how you doing, boys? Love the episode with Noah's Defender. Thanks for plugging my mates, by the way. Zach had his 300 on there last week. I met him out on the tracks. And Noah is actually the lad that owns that Defender, believe it or not. He's just got his P's. And him and his dad and his whole family actually run Full Drive Industries over on the East Coast, which is actually how I found them, as you guys featured my Mahindra last week. And
nice.
They were responsible for actually doing Ruthie's Milo-coloured Mahindra. It's actually a Land Rover paint, hence the Land Rover paint coming from their swatches they've got. Anyway, guys, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but in that last episode, you noticed a little cheeky photo bomb of the Mahindra in the back corner there. Anyway, enough about the Mahindra. That Land Rover is insane. I didn't even realise how much is going on there.
A lot going on there.
Can we go back and find the Mahindra? Do you remember the Mahindra?
I do.
Yeah,
I
wicked.
do. The Curry Mahindra.
Yeah.
What?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I didn't pick it up in the photos.
Yeah, no, I didn't pick it up either.
Was that Jonesy?
Yeah, Jonesy. Hang on. Okay, let me see
Can
if
we
I can
find that?
You pad.
Nice to hear Noah's got his P's now, so he's out and about, unsupervised, the big fella, in that massive Defender.
Unsupervised.
Getting up to all sorts of mischief, no doubt.
Crazy that he is 17.
So the Full Drive Industries guys must be doing some good work over there, I would have thought.
Yeah.
So involved with Ruthie.
Well, to do that.
You can't struggle.
I've got the photos, but I don't see a Mahindra in the background.
Wonder if Noah's got plans to drive over here. Like Ronnie said, he'll almost get...
Actually, he might be over here.
Noah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he might be here.
Didn't Ronnie mention that it might be worth getting bloody modified back up and going for something like
just
that?
for that? We'll have to have a chat about that.
Mm.
Nah, sorry, I don't have that.
All right, we'll find it off air.
Nothing there. We'll have a look.
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Be nice, isn't it?
All right, got another one?
Yeah, got a couple more. Where is it? Here we are. What's the protocol for setting off the PLB? How bad does the situation need to be before it's activated?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you can answer this one.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Come on, mate. You would know.
I feel like a PLB question should be it's a personal locating beacon.
Locator beacon, yep.
Locator beacon. I'm a bit nervous to answer this because I feel like there's a lot of do's and a lot of don'ts in this situation, and I don't want to give people false information. But if I was to have a crack in my own way and own words and
have
own
a crack.
opinion, so the PLB does not provide any information about the nature of the emergency. It should only be activated in a situation... Oh, hang on. Is that that's the question or the answer?
That's the answer.
You give me an answer. I thought I was rereading the question. I was like, this sounds different. Sounds like an answer.
You
found the answer.
Yeah, this is the answer.
Oh.
Mate, this is it. This is the answer.
That's good by you. Oh, Oh no.
Oh,
All right, so I do know. The
I was
answer.
I was trying to
literally
help you
thought
out
that
there
was
a bit.
question. That proves that I don't read the around the fire pit questions in case I
Yep.
get a Keely one myself. So so here's the answer.
Yeah, this is.
Sorry, a PLB does not provide.
Do you want to hang on,
Yeah.
Duggo? When should you
Oh
when
yeah.
should you activate a PLB?
Oh mate, easy. PLB does not provide any. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't start like that. That's not how you answer a question. But this is the answer to that question. The PLB does not provide any information about the nature of the emergency. It should only be activated in a situation of grave and imminent danger when faced with a life-threatening situation. Jeez. So yeah, I wonder what they like. He's stuck in the middle of nowhere for a
Yep.
day or two. A life-threatening situation
Can be.
can be.
Yeah.
I'm sure like a medical emergency would
emergency.
be definitely a one that you would throw set the PLB off.
Yep.
Grave and imminent danger. Okay.
You got to remember.
So
right?
that's been a question from one of the
Yeah, that was on YouTube. So
yeah
obviously last week we talked about PLBs.
yeah
Ronnie said that he needs to put his PLB in a better spot
Yep.
because when he did his fire drill, he didn't grab it. So that burned with the car and he wouldn't have been able to be saved. So he figured on the Gun Barrel Highway, it was 11 days gap between when he was there and the
right.
last person to visit. So just going off that, it could potentially be 11 days
Yep.
until he's found if his car burns and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
putting the PLB in a good location is probably top of the list. Harry from Fire to Fork in the glove box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as long as you remember to check your glove box, great spot.
Do you have one?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you?
No, I don't.
No. It's been on the list to get, but
Do you know
I
what?
haven't been
Like,
anywhere for
I wonder.
ages.
There's probably someone out there that does it. Ronnie might even do it. I don't know. I haven't looked across all
Yeah.
of his channels and website and stuff, but like almost like a one-stop shop for
medical, like emergency shit.
or just like I don't know. I'm going on a remote trip. I don't know what to get without like sort of pulling the wool over someone's eyes and just seeing a beginner come through and be like, you need this, you need this, you need this. It's going to cost you $3,000.
Yeah.
Like a little kit that you can sort of buy that might have a PLB, a little handheld radio, little medical kit, like, and that might end up being $3,000. I don't know.
I wonder if that. Yeah.
I mean, is there
surely
someone
that
offering
exists.
that?
That would have to exist. It would just have to.
Because for me, even I was thinking that with parts the other day, and I think there might be some companies out there that do it. It's like you call up and be okay. I'm going on this trip. I'm going on the Canning Stock route. They're traveling in a convoy of 3 vehicles.
Yep.
What are we going to need to take to ensure that we've got some of the key parts to either replace something broken or just to insure ourselves?
Yeah, these are the parts that always break on my car. Can I buy like a bunch of them just in one kit?
Yeah, or we've got 3 Land Cruisers or 2 Rangers and a Ineos. Like, what are we sort of needing? And they might have the expert knowledge on. If there's no one doing this, I don't actually know. We'd need someone that really knows their stuff. But I wonder if there is something around this PLB stuff that, because I don't have one. You don't have one, and then like if I go to the shop and I buy one of them, but I'm missing you're
missing something
else that we don't talk about. Like, what do I need? Anyway, just can of worms there, but
thought.
yeah,
it's a good thought. I think. Yeah, I mean, you definitely need a PLB if you're going on something like Gun Barrel Highway.
Yeah.
Doing any of those big trips where you're going across a desert where not a lot of people go past.
I'm sure there's probably some that don't though. But then you probably rely on that next person to have one. But then 11 days goes by.
11 days goes by. I mean, that's a life-threatening situation. If you're on the Gun Barrel Highway, your car burns down, activate your PLB.
Yeah.
Unless like use your common sense. Obviously, a PLB doesn't give you. Like it just puts up a beacon. It doesn't tell anyone what the emergency actually is.
Yeah.
So when you activate your PLB, it's going to be people are going to just get to you as quickly as they can.
Yeah.
Not knowing what's actually happened or what's going on. So use your common sense.
So
don't activate your PLB if you're in.
Or just
Duggo's house.
Searching up what happens when you activate a PLB. So it transmits a signal that can be detected by satellite. and then how long it takes for emergency personnel to rescue you, and the cost of the rescue operation varies on your situation. Okay. So a lot of the time it's used in like marine safety. Would be a big one, I would say.
That's a big one, yeah.
And that obviously is sent to the Australian Maritime Safety Authority, and then the Rescue Coordination Centre responds to the beacon going off.
Yeah.
Who does it on land? I don't really know.
The maritime people again.
Yeah, a lot of maritime stuff coming up.
Yep.
But yeah, someone obviously it alerts the right personnel. Anyway, interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. The other one was at Pearl Farm 1.
Yep.
Hey, Duggo.
Great.
Yeah, straight for you. I do exactly the same thing with people and maps. I also lie in bed looking at maps and satellite view when I should be winding down and going to sleep.
Yeah.
Not only that, so I put it up on social media as well that you love maps.
Yep.
And did a little Photoshop job. Put you in bed staring at maps.
Oh, nice.
Thought it was great.
What was I wearing?
Yeah. Excuse me. It's private. It was a real photo, mate. I actually just camped outside your house and took it. It's actual footage.
Hope you weren't too close.
Don't need to be.
Oh, mate.
Yep, me too. Love a good
maps. Jesus.
Cut that out. And then, yeah, quite a couple of comments that just agreed with you. People love looking at maps at night.
Oh, they agree.
Just in bed, yeah. Just like looking at maps.
You,
I just look at it. I thought you were very unique.
There's a massive community of cartophiles.
Yeah, I can't look at you after that.
Where, yeah. No, honestly, like I love it. I love it. I was at dinner last night with friends, and
yeah, great.
And works on the mines, the fella I was with, and I said, "Where's this next mine you going to?" It's bang, bring it up on the
straight
maps.
up on the
have
maps.
A look, check out what's around it.
Yeah, pull the laptop out, get on.
No, I didn't quite have my laptop on me at dinner.
Tell me where you're going.
But I just find it so interesting.
Oh, so you just pulled the phone out instead? You're just like,
yeah, I was like,
where
mate,
you going?
Oh, there it is. He didn't even know, and I was like, there you go, mate. That's where you're going. He's like, I know it's somewhere up there, and I just love it.
Look where you're going, mate.
I just love it.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I'm not alone in that.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's around the fire pit.
That's around the fire pit, and that's pretty much the Full Drive podcast, mate. Anything else from your end? No. Thanks for joining us again.
Get me off the mic.
We got used to this a bit at the end of last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
When Ronnie was away on all the shows and stuff like that. Mate, I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that.
We probably need to just check out on the radar next week and I reckon we go for a happy topic.
Yeah.
A happy topic.
Happy topic.
Unless a big story breaks.
Yeah, big story.
Yeah. Oh, and we'll cover it first, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah.
No, we've informed people. They need to know, like you said. They need to know. Happy with that?
Happy with that.
Full Drive Podcast.
Yeah. It's so hot, mate. I'm sorry. I'm losing brain power.
Yeah, I thought we were just losing a bit of connection there. The Full Drive Podcast, powered by Tyrepower. Thanks again for joining us. Music by the Southern River Band with Let It Ride. To see us out, Full Drive Podcast on Instagram. All episodes over on BackChat's YouTube. Patrons, stick around. We'll have a quick chat and obviously go to the Lucky Dip Bin. Merch, voice messages, and the Ultimate Full Drive. Tough acts to follow, but please get them in at the forwarddrivepodcast.com.au. Catch you next time.
See you later.